What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to tonight's Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here. My voice may be a little bit messed up. I think I've caught a cold or something. I've been very much under the weather, but I have a really great training for you. I'm going to get my webcam on real quick. So everybody could see me now. What's up, everyone? If you've never been on the Profit Power Hour before, this is a weekly series that we do every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern that is free. Like, it's not a sales webinar. There's no hidden agenda here. It's just me teaching you how to do e-commerce, be it get traffic, do product research, strategies on optimizing your store to hopefully generate higher conversion rates and thus more sales. This is where it all goes down, 9 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday nights. So calendar this and make sure that you make it a routine to show up, because if you don't make it a routine, you'll miss some great information that could be that aha moment, that light bulb, that missing piece of the puzzle that you needed before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which I know you're like, wait, hold on, what? It's Adrian, it's August right now. What are you talking about? We're already preparing for it. It's the big squeeze of the year. It's where, you know, the most money is made in e-commerce is during the holidays. So again, if you're just now kind of coming in, you might notice like a little red right here. I think I'm running a little bit of a fever. My boy Drake is running a fever, a low-grade fever. He's 20 months old, and Casey, my wife, is running a low-grade fever. So we're all sick, and I didn't even realize it. And I walked 2 miles in the sun today, and I was just so sluggish. I was just like, oh my God, I'm dead. I didn't cold plunge today, and I usually cold plunge, but I wish I had it. It would have made me feel better. But I have this mentality. Of course, I didn't realize I was sick or that I had a fever. And the same thing applies to my business is it doesn't matter if, I'm not feeling the best today. There's a million excuses for why I can't get online and launch a new product every week, or a million excuses why I could just skip the 2 mile walk today, a gazillion excuses why I don't have to go to the gym and lift, but I only need one reason to, right? One reason to do it. And so today I did all of that. And now I'm like, I think I made it worse. Of course, I didn't realize I was sick. Like you I'm in like a cold sweat right now. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to let it affect this webinar. Look, the only time I cancel a webinar is, and it's happened a couple of times over the last, 10 years. Wow, because we started in 2014. Is if I'm really just unable to make it, if I'm just so sick that I can't do anything. I'm very dedicated to these webinars. They're very important to me, and that's why I'm here. So it's going to be about 30 minutes long, and I'm going to show you a really cool viral product that we discovered that is very awesome. I'm going to show you how we kind of secretly discovered it. These webinars are recorded, and you can check them out on my YouTube channel. So if you come over here to YouTube, or if you log into your accessadrian.com portal, which is a free portal, you should have a username and password to it. It's like where all of your software, all of your training, all that good stuff is located. I just keep forgetting to log back in, and I don't remember my password. It's like on my other computer. But you can also check them out here on my YouTube channel. And like last week, we talked about mass conversion testing, and it was a really great webinar. It's so beneficial for y'all to know and hear and learn that strategy, while we're still ahead of the curve before the holidays. I believe it can help so many people find potential winners a lot faster. It accelerates your ability to test and grow. tonight what we're going to do is we are going to go over a top secret viral product. Now, I wouldn't say that it's secret necessarily to like me. Like I wasn't keeping it a secret from you. It's a hidden gem. And there is a series of checks that I go through when I'm looking for hot products. And this one almost slid under the radar. So I have a checklist and I'm like, it's got to hit this, 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 and this in order to be, considered worthy, to be considered viral, to be considered, a winning product. And this one, and occasionally there are some exceptions to the rule, almost slid under the radar. And I had a friend mention this. I have lots of friends in e-commerce, and I had a friend mention this product and ask me if I had heard of it. And I just said, no, I've never heard of this product. I'll look into it. And when I'm a little bit more, well, a lot more experienced than this person in the game, so that's why he asked my opinion. And when I went through and I just first glance research, I was like, oh no, this is a dud. Stay away from it. Like I don't care what other people are saying. Like it's not passing the test. Then I went back and I looked again, and I was a bit more thorough because at first glance, it just looked like no, it's not going to be a winner. But then as I became a little bit more thorough with it and my searches and the words that I use, I found that this is a kind of a top secret product that some people are clearly killing it with that we didn't, I didn't anticipate. So that's what we're going to go over tonight. First and foremost, I'm going to pull up my whiteboard here. Now that I've pulled it out, we're going to start using it a lot more. And I'm going to go over this hot product checklist because this is a checklist that I go over when I'm doing product research. So, and if it hits this checklist, it doesn't mean it's a guaranteed winner, all right? It just means that the juice is probably worth the squeeze. The data shows that this product could be a winner, right? And it's worth your time. So what we're going to do is call this our, and I've done this before, but I'm going to draw it on my white pad tonight. This is our hot product checklist. Okay. Now, when we're going over this checklist of, what a hot product is, all right, we're looking for something that is sizzling. All right, there's this thing that, and I've said it before, it's called the sizzle effect. All right, and I'm just kind of making our flame here. All right, so write down the sizzle effect because what we're looking for is something that does have that sizzle effect. And what the sizzle effect is it's showing that this is like the worst fire emoji ever. The sizzle effect shows that it has a lot of people's attention and it's just absolutely crushing it right now. So our hot product list can typically help us identify if something has the sizzle effect. All right, the sizzle effect means it's viral right now, people are buying it right now, it's a hot offer, okay? So as I'm going through the checklist, typically one of the first things I look at is Google Trends, all right? So we look at Google Trends and we're looking for anything that is a 50 plus score. And I'll show you what that means here, in a little bit. So Google Trends, anything that's over a 50 plus score. The other thing that we're going to look at is a list of hobbies. We used to be on Wikipedia. I now have it in my software called Signal Boost. But is this a, a hobby, or a passion. Okay. And there's a list of hobbies that we look at. It was on Wikipedia. It got deleted off Wikipedia for some odd reason. We reaccumulated this in a software that I built called Signal Boost. I'll quickly show it to y'all. This is not a webinar about selling Signal Boost. You probably got it. If those of you that got it during launch. So you have that list. The next thing that we look at is Amazon sales. All right, so we're looking at to see if it is selling on Amazon. All right, we do this through something called, whoops, the API. The API is something that softwares can connect to that Amazon will then deliver data to, kind of like backdoor data, legally and ethically, of course. So it lets us know, are people actually buying this product? Typically, you have to pay for a software to get access to that, and I did for the longest time, but I built my own. It's in Signal Boost. All right, the other thing that I look at is TikTok. Is this TikTok viral? Meaning, is it getting a lot of views? The other thing that I've recently started looking at again is, it's funny, my little checkbox has gotten bigger every time I drew it, is Etsy. All right, is it Etsy popular? Now, what does Etsy popular mean? We can see sales and reviews. All right, so this is our hot product checklist, and as long as it gets 2 of these things, I say it's worth our time. If it gets all of these things, we probably got a grand slam product. And there have been some cases where it does hit Google Trends, and it is like a very popular hobby or passion. There's boatloads of Amazon sales. It's TikTok viral, and it's on Etsy, right? But really, what we need is for it to score 2 out of 5. All right. So 2 out of 5, bare minimum, it needs to hit. Okay. So the product that was mentioned to me was it was a necklace, and it was called an essential oil diffuser necklace. So let me show you this product real quick. Okay. So this product is on Amazon, is on Zendrop, which is a vendor that you all use. It's one of my favorite vendors in the world. I'm also an investor in Zendrop. So it's a necklace that has various different designs, okay? Basketball, dog paws, it's got butterflies. Here we go. Sorry, my screen was frozen for some reason. It's got butterflies, the peace sign. It looks like flowers, dragons, which is really popular right now given the House of Dragon. It's a Game of Thrones spinoff. So yeah, this is a necklace, all right? It's $2.16. It sells for upwards of like $25, okay? But what's unique about this necklace is that it has a little colored pad behind it. It's like a little sponge thing that is replaceable. It can slide in and out. And you can spray cologne on it or put essential oils or perfume on it. So while you're wearing it, you're smelling, it's giving off a scent. It could be an essential oil scent. It could be your partner, your husband, your wife's perfume that you want to smell all day. Or it could be your own, right? I mean, you could put your own cologne and perfume in it. And so it's like, the product's basic. Basic products like this tend to crush. Like, you can do volume with products like this because it appeals to a lot of people. There's a lot of design options, as you can see. And so I wanted to start digging a little deeper and doing the research. So the first thing I did was I went over to Google Trends. All right. Now, Google Trends was one of the first things on our checklist. Okay, Google Trends. And I started typing in things like scented necklace. Okay. And over the past 12 months, I saw, oh wow, there's a big boom on scented necklaces, right? There's a really big boom. So this, looks good at first, but we start digging a little deeper and we see a crash already. Like it was like a boom, it just blew up and then it crashed. Especially if we type in essential oil necklace, nothing. All right, essential oil necklace, nothing, right? So really scented necklace is the only thing that pulled up data, and it's not a lot of data. I mean, look, 12 months, you just see nothing here. Um, yeah, it's just like a boom and then it's down. This is not very, to me, this is not very exciting, right? It looks like something popped and then it died because an influencer or something marketed it, right? So an influencer like pushed it or something like that. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's just not giving us data. Like, I mean, usually what we're looking for is something that looks more like this. This is a generic term, but we're looking for something that's like this, that does have at least like 30 days of history that's above that 50 line. We're not looking for something that, crashes and burns like a fidget spinner. If you look at this chart right here, you see this from 2004 till now, but you see it had this big boom in 2017 and then it flatlined, right? That's scary. That's not something that we're looking for. We're not looking for breadcrumbs. We're looking for the boom. So when I typed in, scented necklace or oil diffuser necklace, right? And I saw this, I just see this boom, 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 up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it's currently just had an up and another crash. It has a history of forming a wave and then crashing, right? So I was like, I don't know if it's hot right now. It's hard to tell. Is it still on the boom? Let's do a little bit more research and let's see. So when I was looking at going through my checklist, I thought, well, I don't think that we're hitting Google Trends. So we're just going to put an X by this, okay? Is jewelry a hobby or a passion? Well, with jewelry like this, like scented oils and stuff like that, yeah, it could become a passion. So when we go into Signal Boost and we come over here to our list of hobbies, and daily search trends, which is really cool. These are search trends that are happening right now. Hurricane just barely missed Panama City, where I live, right outside of Panama, by the way. Praying for everybody that is going through that, hoping you're staying safe. Yeah, this fever is getting me. Like it's freezing in my room, yet I'm still sweating. So I'm sorry. Anyways, essential oils doesn't show up on here, right? Necklace doesn't show up on here. Jewelry doesn't really show up on here because it's like so generic. So it didn't like hit that major like, okay, this is a specific thing. Now, essential oils is not a hobby. It is something that people love and are passionate about. It just doesn't show up in the list of hobbies. So I do want to note that. So it didn't score what I wanted to score. The next thing was Amazon sales, which you could see I just had pulled up. In our software Signal Boost, again, this is a software that costs money. It's not for sale right now. You can't, I know we've emailed out a couple of replays in the last week or two, opened it back up for some more members. But we're not actively like, I don't have a link you could buy it if you wanted it right now. Okay. We just do short openings and closings. We have limited space for support reasons. Anyways, we can do research on Amazon and we can see like what the top selling products on Amazon are. So I typed in essential oil necklace. All right. And when I did this, I could see that, well, $200,000 in the last 30 days of essential oils has been sold. But as far as necklaces, You know, nothing like absolutely insane, but still enough to kind of get my attention. This seller sold $2,000. This seller $2,000, so it's $4,000. We got, let's just call it $6,000, $7,000, we're rounding up, 8, let's call it 9. So, you know, $10,000 a month in sales. Add a couple more of these in, you probably got 11,000, you know, 12,000, 13,000. Yeah, let's just call it $13,000, $14,000 a month on Amazon. So it is making sales on Amazon. All right. So rest assured, how many of you in here would agree that $14,000 a month in sales in the last 30 days is good, right? You'd be happy if you were doing a fraction of that, probably, right? You'd be happy if you were doing a couple $100 a month, because most of you are just getting started, right? So Amazon didn't blow my mind, all right? It just didn't blow me away. And this is where I started to realize maybe we're on the cusp of another wave. Let's say that again. Maybe we are on the cusp of another wave, another tidal wave where this thing blows up and generates a lot of sales because there are influencers pushing it, whatever. Something is making it go viral again, right? So I'm going to show you this in just a second. So right here, Amazon sales. I'm going to say that Amazon sales, it wasn't, I'm just going to put it in orange because it wasn't bad. It just wasn't incredible. Like, I mean, I'm really usually looking for something that's doing like $30,000 a month or more, for it to be like, that's on honestly, it needs to be over 6 figures a month to be exciting, right? But we're going to put in orange because it was like, all right. And then I looked over at Etsy. All right. So I went over to Etsy and I started typing in scented necklace. And there are actually a lot of Etsy sellers that are selling scented necklaces that are very, very similar to this that's on, you know, Zendrop and AliExpress and all these others. And what's interesting about these is these oil diffusing necklaces, like this one right here, has, you know, this shop has 36,000 reviews. I don't know how many of them bought this particular product, but there are all of a sudden a lot of these necklaces, and you can kind of see how this video displays. You pulled the little oil diffuser pad out, you put some essential oils on it, or you could spray some cologne or perfume on it, and you put it back in. All right, and look at these though. 2.3 thousand reviews, 4.6 thousand reviews. These are slightly different looking, 340 reviews, 62 reviews. And I pulled some up because I did a little bit of research myself because I was actually looking at this. And you'll see this one, there's only 4 of them left, of this particular one right here, 273 reviews. This one, which is pretty much the exact same thing that's for sale, that you can get on Zendrop. This one over here has had 4,583 reviews on their shop, meaning, you know, these all don't go attribute directly to this, but this is a product that is obviously a shop that gets a lot of sales and they're pushing this product. So, you know, if I come over here and I look at this one, here's another one on Etsy, 2,000 plus reviews on the shop. So, you know, people are starting to push this. So in my brain, it was when I look at this, I'm going to give Etsy a check mark, because on Etsy there are sellers selling it that have shops with lots of reviews. That means they're picking up on the fact that this just might be you know, something that is worthwhile, worth selling. And the more people that start selling it, actually in the beginning, in my opinion, is better if you don't have a big budget, because they're pushing it. They're spending money pushing a product, making it popular, putting it in front of consumers' faces for you. And when they see your ad, it's almost like, for in some cases, a retargeting ad, meaning like, oh, there's that necklace that I saw 3 days ago, but I lost it and I didn't get a chance to get it. whatever it may be. So if you're on a massive budget, the more people selling it, not as great for you. But if you're on a low budget, like most of you are, it's great to have big people pushing this, because then it just makes it viral for you, and it should make it easier to get attention and awareness, right? Now, the next thing was TikTok viral. So let's open up TikTok and let's type in scented necklace. All right. Now, right out of the gate, I can see 2.1 million views on this one, 1.7 million views on this one, 900,000 views on this one, 100,000 views on this one, 20,000 views. As I go down the list, you'll see 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, a million, 2 million, so on and so forth. So people on TikTok are starting to push this pretty hard. This is definitely going TikTok viral. So this to me is a big check. And TikTok viral is huge. It's massive. It is, in my opinion, it's more massive than Google Trends, Hobby or Passion, or even Amazon sales, which Amazon sales is debatable, right? It's arguable, but TikTok viral creates massive amounts of Amazon sales. Does that make sense? If something goes TikTok viral, then those Amazon sales that we looked at earlier, where this necklace is doing roughly $14,000 a month in sales in the last 30 days at least, that number could spike dramatically to $100,000+ if TikTok and Instagram makes this go mega viral. Then everybody starts rushing around to buy it from Amazon, from Shopify stores, so on and so forth. So this for me definitely hits the nail on the head. And what I love about this necklace is it also creates for you the option to generate recurring revenue or subscription revenue or repeat customers. So recurring revenue plus repeat buyers. Okay. So recurring revenue means that people subscribe, like they're coming back and they're buying more and more and more every month. I have lots of subscriptions. You have lots of subscriptions. Repeat buyers means they come back and they just buy again when they want some more, but they become repeat buyers. And this one definitely hits that nail on the head. So it got 2.5 out of the 5, which makes it worthy. But when you add in the recurring revenue option, you're like, whoa, hold on, this is pretty cool. Now, some of the things that I want to point out about this, and I'll explain the recurring revenue, is you have the ability to double sell or upsell. So we'll just say, we'll do a double sale, and you have the potential to do an upsell times 2. Double sell and upsell times 2 is someone's buying this necklace, right? This scented necklace. All right, you could essentially sell 2 of them in a bundle, or when somebody buys 1, you could upsell them an additional one for like a 10% off discount and call it the, his and hers. Or you can, say, buy one for your partner, whatever term you're comfortable with that you want to use. Like I'm just making something up here. You could call it anything you like, but generally speaking, what you could call it the couples bundle or whatever. Okay. So this would 2x your revenue. So if one necklace, right, is, let's say you're selling it for 24 bucks, or let's just say, 24.99 $99, then you're selling another one and you're giving them, say, a 10% off discount, or maybe you give them a $5 off discount, right? You give them the second one for $20, okay? You just turned a $25 order into an order that is now $45.99. So this is what you could end up with a double sell or an upsell, you know, offering somebody a discount. But wait, there's more, okay? Because now that people have these necklaces, guess what they need? People are going to need more oil pads, okay? So these necklaces, and I have it pulled up on Express too, these necklaces use these pads right here, right? So these pads, be it the circle necklace or a different shape, okay? They use these pads. And once you run out of these pads, right, or you want to change different oils or whatever it may be, which you could upsell essential oils with this, and we'll get into that and maybe in a later webinar. But you can upsell people an additional packet of pads or a kind of a subscription of pads. So you can see you can get the pads for 99 cents right here. So you can legitimately, when people are buying their necklace, say, hey, you're going to get 10 pads with this, but once these pads kind of wear out and you've sprayed them too much, they're going to be kind of grimy. They're not going to hold the scent as much because they're not going to be fresh and plush and new. Go ahead and buy an extra thing of pads. It's 99 cents, and then shipping out the door is probably $6 out the door because shipping's more expensive than the product. So you could literally just sell these for, you know, let's just call it 10 bucks. And you can say maybe people come back every 3 times a year and buy more pads. So let's just say on average, you know, times 3 times, okay? So 3 times. Now per user, potentially, you're adding on an additional $30 per year. Okay, doesn't mean they're going to buy them every year. Plus, if you have the upsell where you're selling the his and hers or the couples, you've got another $45. I'm just going to leave the cents off. $45, all right? And from there, what's pretty awesome is now you've taken a simple little trinket $4 necklace and you have turned it into a potential $75 product with one single customer. Does that make sense? So this product actually, instead of selling for 25 bucks, could turn into a $75 product or a little bit less, a little bit more, because people are going to take, some people are going to take the upsell to buy more pads. When you send out emails to your customers and say, is it time to re-up your essential oil pads for your amazing necklace? People are probably going to click and buy new pads. So you can get people to repeat purchase, come back more and more and more and buy more pads. So when I dug into this necklace and I looked at it, and it's right here on Zendrop, they have like all the options here on Zendrop. But when I looked at this necklace, at first glance, it was like, this is not a winner. But then when I dug deep, I saw some Amazon sales. I saw a spike that looked like it was crashing on Google, but it might be going back up. Then I saw these crazy viral TikTok videos that were just posted, some of which in the last 30 days to 15 days. And I'm seeing it on Etsy. I'm seeing the potential for upsells. I'm seeing the potential for repeat purchases, which increases your customer lifetime value. So these are all things that are very important to your business, that this necklace, you know, it fits the bill. Like all of these things work with this product. So this is something I recommend testing. This is something that you can get on Zendrop. You can get it on AliExpress. Obviously Zendrop is going to be better. It's going to be better quality. You're going to have more basically assurance that it's going to get shipped to your customers, all that good stuff, but it's up to you what you do. And the product is a sleeper. So I think we found a little sleeper product, a hidden gem, a diamond in the rough, and now it's time to pop in, test this out, and hopefully crush it. That's what we do on the Profit Power Hour. So I love you all. I wish you a ton of success. I'm sweating like crazy right now from this fever. Hopefully I still did a good job for you because it's super important to me. I didn't feel like doing a webinar sick, but I wanted to show you this product, and I like doing these webinars. They're fun. So I'll see you next week, same place, same time, right here, 9 p.m. EST, and hopefully I come back to you fully recovered. Thank you to everyone saying you hope Drake feels better and Casey feels better. You know, it's nothing bad. I think we all just have like a cold or something, or really bad allergies. You know, even the doctor said this hurricane could be blowing things in that are messing with us. So anyways, I love you all. Wish you a ton of success. I'll see you next week right here on the Profit Power Hour. Okay.